Hey guys, so I wanted to go over an order I got today that I just think is kind of crazy. And this is why I do not believe that DoorDash increases pay on orders anymore unless a bunch of orders together are, maybe late. And then that's when I think they might increase it. But seriously, I had an order today, this one, $5.25 for 7.1 miles. And what's crazy about it is it was 40 minutes past pickup time when I got the order, and I was on time technically from DoorDash because I went directly there. So I was like 5 minutes away or so from the store. So when I got the order, it was already a half an hour late. And it had been sitting there for, right at 40 minutes when I finally got the order and delivered it. The customer was only, I don't even know, a half mile away, maybe a mile at max. And which I can understand, pay being kind of low because of how close it is to the store or whatnot. But at the same time, you would think other drivers would have seen this order. More than one other driver in 40 minutes. So you would think they would have increased base pay. But at the same time, you never know. It could be my acceptance rate because I'm at 100%. They just know I'm going to accept it. So it's like, let's not increase base pay. But seriously, I'll go ahead and show you what the pay turned out to be. So it was $2.25 base pay, $3 customer tip. The total was $5.25. And like I said, it was, I couldn't believe it. It was 40 minutes out and I still only got $5. If I didn't accept it, I don't know if she would have ever got her order. But then again, I've seen orders out there, not at this one, but which I can kind of understand at this other store because the orders do not go out far enough for drivers to see the orders. So they don't get picked up unless, usually when I get orders there, is I'm delivering somewhat close to that area, not super close, but decently close. Drop off, and then I get an order out there. And a lot of times, seriously, it's 2 hours late almost every time past pickup time to even as long as 5 hours past pickup time. What's good about there, and I've learned this, and it's good for the customer, is they don't make the order unless, a dasher is there in the store, which, dashers I'm sure are annoyed about it, whatever. What I do, and I've learned this, and this is a good tip for you guys, if you're ever on the way to a place that's decently far away and you're not sure if they've made the order or not, give them a call. Hopefully they'll pick up the phone. They don't always, but yeah, let them know you're on the way. Please start and, ask them to please start making the order. That's what I usually do at that Subway. And usually by the time that I get there, it's either really close to ready or it is all the way ready. So then I don't have to wait the time, or at least it's, lessened. So it's not quite as long as it would be. But yeah, I don't get orders like this. And that's why I'm kind of thinking DoorDash is pretty much just done away with increasing base pay based on how long an order's been out there or how many declines have been out there. I really think it's, based on how many tips you've got previously. And if you've got enough tips out there, they'll get increased base pay. But if you haven't got enough tips before, if your tips are low, they're going to keep base pay lower because I don't know. I got this Chat GPT thing up. Let me see if I can pull it up. I'm going to go over day 5. I still am, not day 5, day 9, my bad. I still have accepted everything. Oh my gosh. I don't want to talk about it too much because I'll make the video tomorrow about it. But today was not a fun day. I swear, once you hit 100%, it's just gets super bad. Except for certain days. Certain days it can be super awesome. I have had some pretty good 100% days. but not today. Anyway, so yeah, what ChatGPT was saying, because I said, why would keeping the tip / base pay 50/50 even be good for DoorDash? Because I've noticed my earnings a lot of times are split right at 50/50 between tip and DoorDash. Not always, but it seems to be that way a lot. Anyways, it's ChatGPT says, keeping DoorDash's pay split around 50/50 between base pay and tip could actually benefit them in several ways, both financially and strategically. Customer psychology and order completion. If customers see their tip making up too much of the driver's earnings, like 80 to 90%, some might tip less, thinking DoorDash is exploiting them to cover wages. I don't really see that, because the customer doesn't really see how much we get for base pay, so they don't really know unless you tell them. And I have on occasion, when it's a really bad order, now I'm just like over it. I'm just like, whatever. I know what's going to happen. It's, I'm going to get decent tips for a little bit, and then I'm going to get no tips for a while, and then I'll get tips at least when I'm accepting everything. I don't really think it's so much this way when you decline a decent amount, but it does seem to be this way when you accept everything. Anyways, if base pay is low, orders without tips sit unaccepted, which hurts fulfillment and customer satisfaction. The 50/50 balance makes it feel like DoorDash is paying their share while still giving the customer a role in incentivizing faster / better service. So it makes DoorDash look better, as it does seem like they're throttling tips. I've seen that before, where I've ordered, and when I try to add a tip after the fact, I haven't ran into this before the fact. I have been told by somebody that when they order and they try to tip more than the suggested amount, it tells them, do you really want to tip that large amount? Something like that, and to discourage higher tips. Like before, it would always help DoorDash to have a higher tip, but now they're trying to keep, it saves them face having a higher base pay and a 50/50, and then keeping tips lower, but keeping them, because it does seem like there's been less no tippers since they have lowered suggested tip, because they've done that, and I haven't noticed as many no tipping orders. So it does seem like tips have technically increased across the board, kind of, but now I don't really see any huge big tips. It's hardly ever. It's just, lots more tips between customers, but lot less, of those, really good orders. And I don't know, maybe it'll change, but seriously, it's I don't know if I've seen an order I would consider just like awesome. And man, I don't even know how long it's been. It must have been months now. At least 2 months since I've seen an order that I'm just like, holy crap, except on Instacart. I've seen a few. Like today, oh my gosh, I missed an order that was $92. It wasn't a bad order either. It wasn't like super long mileage or all kinds of items. It was decent items. It was like 37 items, or, different items, and like 47 total items. But it was only like 2 miles in distance between the two orders. And I tried to get it, but somebody beat me to it. So that was sad. Anyways, let's go ahead and go over this and just be done with this video. I wanted to make an extra video today just because I'm trying to get a couple more views here and there. We will do the accepting everything challenge video tomorrow for day 9. I am at 100%, and I've been at 100% all day today. It's really hard to not decline once you're at 100%. So we'll see how much longer I can continue on with the challenge. Anyway, driver retention and perception. Drivers are more likely to stay if they feel like DoorDash is contributing fairly. Too tip heavy, drivers think DoorDash is freeloading. Too base heavy, DoorDash pays more per order, cutting profits. 50/50 creates a psychological fairness balance. Drivers see both DoorDash and the customers as partners in their earnings. I guess technically, I kind of see that, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I could go on DoorDash did go on for, or ChatGPT did go on for a bit longer. Oh yeah, I'll just finish up the end part of what ChatGPT said about it. Basically, the 50-50 split is a sweet spot. Customers feel good they're tipping, but not covering the whole wage. Drivers feel good. DoorDash isn't dumping all the burden on tips. DoorDash feels good. Controlled costs, higher order completion, fewer PR headaches. I kind of believe or agree with that, but at the same time, I miss the randomness, because seriously, it used to be a lot more random. I would have like really bad days, and then I'd have really, really good days, and now it's just average. Today was a decently bad day, though. It was pretty freaking bad. Could have been worse, though. I have seen, especially when I first started DoorDash, oh man, there was some days where I'd go freaking hours without seeing an order. It's the only thing that's good about being at 100% is there's hardly any downtime. Doesn't mean it's a good thing, but I stay active. I'm always doing something, not sitting around waiting, which I hate doing. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please thumbs up, share, comment, subscribe. Lots more stuff to come. Bye for now.